Hi friends, my name's Tiffany Foreman and I'll be your Pampered Chef consultant for the evening. We are going live right here on Foreman's Foodies so that a couple of my virtual parties can experience a live demo along with all my other fans that are out there that have been part of the Foreman's Foodies community for a while. So tonight I'm going to put together just a quick dish, just something that I kind of brainstormed and thought, let's try that. So you guys get to experience it with me, and then my kids can taste test it and see how it is. All right, so let's jump in and get started. So the first thing I'm gonna do tonight is we're gonna use our veggie spiralizer, and I'm gonna show you the 3 different results you can get from the veggie spiralizer. So if this is something that you're trying to do, like cut carbs or eat more vegetables, this is a really great tool to have in your kitchen. I just picked up some zucchini squash from the grocery store, and we're gonna use it to, like I said, do the 3 different results. Let me make sure I have the, there it is, the other piece that I need. All right, so if we do this, I usually just cut our zucchini into 3 sections, and then I'm gonna cut this little funky end off right there and just set that over to the side. All right, so I've got 3 different pieces of zucchini. This is about the height that works perfect in the veggie spiralizer. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm just going to put a piece of the zucchini squash in there, and I'm not using the little thing that I call the key, okay? I'm just using the default blade that is down, it's kind of hard to see right there, down in the inside. All right, so I'm just gonna take a piece of my squash. Now with a solid veggie like this, when I start to crank it out, what the result is going to be is a ribbon, kind of like a slinky. And there's really no resistance to this as you turn it around. It's very easy. So see how like that's like a nice ribbon there, kind of like a slinky with your foods. All right, so I'm just gonna do this piece all the way to the bottom. And then when we get down all the way to the end, there's a little piece left over, and it's just like that. So I'm gonna slice and dice that, and I'll throw that in there in a second. All right, so then next up, I'm gonna put the blade in, and I'm gonna show you the difference between the fettuccine side and then the spaghetti side. All right, so what you're gonna do to line this up is I actually use the guide, the little protective guide thing, and I put it inside here, back where it goes, okay? And then I'm gonna, let's do the spaghetti side first. So I'm gonna slide that in there. Oh, let me make sure I left myself some room. Hold on, there we go. All right, so it slides in there, and then the guide is gonna make sure it stays down, and then I'm gonna tighten it over here, this little knob that's over here. All right, so I'm gonna tighten that. That feels good. Lift my guide out, because I won't need that. And then I'll do another piece. So here's another third of the zucchini here. Put it on the little post on the bottom, line it up and push the little teeth in up top, and then I'm gonna show you guys that. So here's where it's gonna shoot out. All right, so see, this is really, really thin. Almost like too thin. This is why I usually use the other blade when I do what I'm doing tonight, but I just want to show you guys the results. All right, so there is that's our spaghetti. So see how, let me see if I can get like one little individual piece. Can you see how thin that is on there? Like that's the spaghetti piece. And because zucchini is kind of watery, it like breaks down a little bit. So I'm gonna flip my key over and show you the other blade, the fettuccine blade. And that's what I really like to use when it comes to zucchini. All right, so let me slide this back in there. Tighten my little knob over here. All right, and then, oh, I've got a little bit of zucchini left. Okay, so let me do that again. All right, and then we'll show you the 3 results. All right, so you can kind of see there, that's a little bit bigger. And I'm gonna angle the camera down so that you can see the 3 results of not using the key. So that one right there is just the ribbon effect. And then you've got the fettuccine blade, and then you've got your spaghetti blade. So those are the 3 different results right there. So for what I'm gonna do tonight, I prefer most of it to be like this, because this is more of a, for like a fettuccine, what we call, this is the fettuccine blade, but it's kind of like zucchini spaghetti, or zoodles, as some people like to call them. So let me angle you guys back so you can see what's going on. and let's finish up the zucchini so that we can get our pasta dish going. Oh yeah, I forgot I had the little piece left over. All right, so I'm gonna put that in there and just spiral, spiral, spiral. And like I said, it's pretty easy. There's very little resistance, and I'm just gonna scoop it out right there so that you guys can see it. And so my kids kind of fight over this because they love to do this. The other day I was doing a brunch show and we did the pepper, bell pepper this way, and we didn't need to use the key. We just used the default blade. And because a bell pepper is hollow, it came out in one long strip. So that was pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna rinse this off because zucchini is really watery. All right, and I'm gonna bring it back. So you see that's kind of like the leftover of the center of the zucchini right there. All right, so we're gonna whip through these next pieces and talk about some things that are on special. So this month, the month of April, our guest special this month, so when you purchase $75 in orders and you're on the placing your order on the website, you'll get a little notification that it's time to pick your guest special. So we have 2 items that are available this month that you can pick, and they are both the measure-all cups. So one is the 2-cup measure-all cup and the other is the 1-cup measure-all cup. So I have the 1 cup right here so that you can see what it does. So this is the red side is your solid side, the blue side is your liquid side. If you're doing liquid, you just pour it in there and measure up, okay? If you're doing solid, you're gonna push it down. So like right there's a 1/2 cup. Fill it up, level it off, that's a 1/2 cup. Using things that are gooey, you plunge it and then take your scraper and scrape it right off. If it's something like flour or sugar, no plunging, okay? Because it's gonna make a big poof. All right, you're just gonna dump it in where you want. So I just take mine apart when I'm done and then clean it out really good. We have multiples of these in the house because we use them for so many different things. I may or may not have seen this been used for slime making at my house, okay? All right, so there we've got some of our zucchini noodles. And in the meantime, let me take you over to the stove top and show you what's going on over here. So we're gonna come on over, and I've gotta get 2 of my pots ready. Oh, I forgot I'm charging. Let me unplug that. Okay, so over here we've got our new multi-purpose pot, and I'm gonna actually bring it up to a boil. So I've got water in there already. What I love about this pot, it's got a nice capacity on it, so I can do soups, stews, chilies, anything like that. You know, big pot, a spaghetti sauce, that would have been great today on a rainy day. But I also love that when I lift the lid up, say I needed to add an ingredient or stir it, do you see how that lid is fit right there? So it fits on either side, depending on which side you're adding from. And the condensation runs down the side right into the pot. I love that. Okay, so you can put it on either side. So here it is on that side. And this is a piece of our new nonstick cookware. So it is, there's multiple pieces in the catalog. This is the multi-purpose pot. And it also comes with a strainer. So the strainer, I actually have our broccoli in the strainer right now. I have it down 1 level. It goes down 3 levels, or I guess 2. All the way up, midway, and all the way down, so that gives you 3 levels. All right, so I'm gonna add this to the steam once the water comes up to a boil. And I love that I can fill this all the way, put this all the way down, put it in the pot, and then add my pasta in there. So then when it's time for the pasta to be done cooking, I can just lift the strainer right out, all the water runs out into the pot, and I can serve my pasta. I don't even need another tool. I can just use this right here. So I love this. And this is really sturdy. It's got a reinforced ring in it, so it's really sturdy stuff. You've got your 2 handles on either side. And so I'm gonna let this come to a boil, and then I'm gonna put this in there so you guys can see that. All right, the other piece of cookware that I have right here is our new stainless steel cookware. So we recently redid our cookware, and now there are 2 pieces in the stainless steel to start. There's the 12-inch skillet, and then this is what this one is, and then there's also a 10-inch. I say go big or go home, so why not just get the 12-inch? It has your lid, so you can see what's going on in there, and you may notice it's kind of dark in there. That's not the reflection. It actually is dark inside the cookware. So here's your stainless all over the place. All right, nice handles that are soldered on like. And then you've got this black non-stick coating on the inside. So you get the cooking power of the stainless, but with the ease of a non-stick. So it allows, if you can see these little, they're hexagons. Is that the right geographical term? Yeah, I guess they're hexagons. That the metal, the stainless steel comes through enough that you get the searing power of the stainless steel. So tonight we're going to do some shrimp in here, and I love this. This is dishwasher safe, as well as our new executive is dishwasher safe too. So that is something that is new for us, that our non-stick cookware goes in the dishwasher. Our stainless has always been dishwasher safe, but we've got some new improved things going on right here. I'm going to turn this on in a few minutes. We're going to let that get up to temperature right there. Let's go back over here and do some more zoodles. Okay, so some other things you can do with your veggie spiralizer. Like I said, you could do the pepper. That's what we did the other day when I was doing a brunch ring. We did a pepper to put in with some sausage, egg, and cheese and wrap it up in crescent rolls like the 80s when Paper Chef did everything in a crescent roll. And then we also, at our house, like to do potatoes, sweet potatoes or regular potatoes. And then you can do carrots, you could do squash, you could do spaghetti squash, all sorts of different things that you can do. You know, usually you want to stick to a pretty hearty vegetable. Like I wouldn't try to do a tomato, or you'll just make salsa out of it, I suppose. But we do have an electronic cookbook that comes with the veggie spiralizer, so it gives you some ideas of what to do with it. Now, you notice I have a lot of zoodles here, and that is just, this is 2 zucchinis right here. So I'm going to do... I guess that's probably enough for what I'm doing tonight. All right, so we'll leave these 2. Now the little pieces that were left over, I'm just gonna take them and show off our cutlery. Okay, so let's see, where did I put all those? All right, so here's our 4 pieces of what was left over. And I'm gonna show you our 2 different kinds of cutlery. So you've got your forge cutlery and you got your color coded. So let's talk about color coded for a minute. This is a very economical knife. There's a whole line of these, 6 different knives in the collection. I really like the Santoku knife. In Chinese, Santoku means 3 good things, which is slicing, dicing, and mincing. So I can use that, the Santoku knife for quite a bit in my kitchen. So that's why you see me kind of like slicing and dicing up our zucchini using that right there. So these are very economical, great for people who aren't ready to make a huge investment in their kitchen, or maybe they just want to add an extra knife to their kitchen. Maybe you have a college student that needs some good cutlery. This is a great knife to have. Now, the other line that we have in our catalog is our forge cutlery. So with this is heated and hammered over and over. That's the forging process. It is a full tang knife, which means it's all one piece right here. They added metal right here to make it bolstered so that when you hold it in your hand, it weighs the same from the midpoint to here and then from the midpoint to the end. It's very even in your hand. So I absolutely love these knives. I do suggest hand washing both of these and then drying them off so that the water doesn't oxidize them. These are lifetime guarantee. So you'll notice that the manufacturing process increases the price because there's much more that goes into forging a knife than it is for a stamped knife. And then this is, like I said, this is color coded, but it's not plastic. So this is just a coating that is on the knife there. All right, so like I'll just take these 3 zucchinis right here and just kind of chop them up so that we can add it to our pasta in a few minutes. Or this is actually going to be our pasta. All right, so we're just gonna set that aside. All right, so then next up, we're gonna get our shrimp ready. So what I did is I've just got, from the frozen section, shrimp that are deveined, are detailed, or peeled and all that fun stuff. Just went kind of easy on this, guys, okay? I didn't like, you know, go shrimp it myself in the Chesapeake Bay. I'm gonna add a little seasoning to it. This is the crushed peppercorn and garlic. So I'm just gonna add a little bit in there. And then I thought, well, let me go ahead and add some fresh garlic because everybody always asks about the garlic press, and I absolutely love our garlic press. So this is the garlic press that has been out forever and ever. Like the one modification they made a couple years ago is that the little cleaning tool now clips on the inside as opposed to the outside here. This is one of the most popular tools that people ask me about that they need to replace it. So this little guy, this is my reminder to tell you about replacement parts. We can add replacement parts to your show order. So there is a whole bunch of these little things. This is a great example of things that people tend to lose and then they need to replace it, whether it ends up in the trash or the garbage disposal or in the bottom of the dishwasher and then it melts next to the heating element. All right, so with my garlic, I do not need to peel my garlic. I just leave it with its clothes on. This is not that kind of party, okay? So we're gonna leave his clothes on. I'm actually gonna take it and put it in the garlic press just like that. And then as I squeeze it, I'm gonna squeeze all of his little brains out. So you see that nice fresh garlic right there on top. All right, then I use the tool and I just take it and scrape it off just like that. And then when I open it up, my peel is right there and I can put that right in the trash, my trash pile right on the end there. All right, so if you're like me and you touch fresh garlic and you smell like it for days, one of the tricks you can do is rub your hand on the stainless steel when you're cleaning it in the water, and that stainless steel will take the smell out of your hands. Okay, so that's a good tip for anything garlicky or maybe oniony or seafoody like we're doing tonight. The stainless steel will help get that off. So if your sink is stainless steel, you can do that. Mine is not, so I just use the press and rub my hands on there and get that smell out. All right, so I hear the water boiling behind us. So it's not gonna take long at all to boil our broccoli. So again, I'm just gonna lift our lid and put it right there in the little notch. The condensation goes down. We've got our broccoli ready to go, and I'm just gonna pop it right in there and then put our lid on. In the meantime, let's go ahead and turn on our stainless steel skillet. Let's give it about a 6. And then we're gonna add, we probably won't need this lid tonight. We're just gonna go ahead and add a little bit of butter to the skillet so that we have a little bit on the bottom. So just like with stainless, you need to put something in the bottom here, whether it's oil, butter, or whatever. Oil tends to have a higher smoking result when you're heating it, but butter has less. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of butter here, about a tablespoon, or maybe that's a half. Guys, I don't measure that well. All right, so we're gonna put that in there. Now, with both lines of cookware, you can use tools in here that are nylon. So you've got things like your mix and chop. So when I do Taco Tuesday and I'm doing 2 to 3 pounds of ground beef, I can put that all right in there and then mix it up with my mix and chop. So nylon is totally cool. We can use metal utensils. We can use our new teakwood utensils. So like say I needed to like make a gravy, I can use my metal whisk. That's totally allowable in both lines of cookware. And then of course, my Baywatch babes. All right, this is Pamela, she's the biggest. She's also looking up top. Those of you who've seen Baywatch, the old Baywatch, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so I love our scrapers. There are 6 of these in the collection. She's the biggest. All right, so you see our butter is kind of melting here. I'm just gonna rotate it around a little bit. Pretend like I'm really fancy and I know what I'm doing. You guys know I'm pampered, not perfect, right? All right, so there's our butter. All right, and then remember we have our shrimp that has the garlic and some little crushed peppercorn garlic rub on it. So I'm gonna pour this in. And then I'm gonna do a little bit more rub on the underside of the pieces that I didn't get in there. And because this is already cooked, I'm just getting it warm and I'm adding a nice sear to it. Okay, so this is all I'm doing tonight with this. But I love, if you catch one of my other YouTube videos, the other night I did chicken breasts in here and got it a nice seared on there on both sides of the chicken, and then I added a little bit of broth to it to deglaze my pan and get those little flavorful bits back in to the gravy that we ended up adding to it at a later point in time. So we're just gonna saute this. We're gonna we're steaming our broccoli, which won't take long at all. What's really nice about the multi-pot is that once this is done, this pot's already warm and ready to go. We're basically gonna add everything back into that pot. So I really could have used this pot for everything tonight, but I wanted to show off the stainless steel and just kind of give you guys a quick overview with that, so I use that. So while we're waiting on our pan to get warm and our sauteing stuff to go on, let me show you one of my breakfast buddies. This is our ceramic egg cooker, been a very, very popular little guy. I love it for just doing like a little egg omelet kind of thing in there. I add red pepper, jalapeno, an egg, and some cooked sausage. Takes me about a minute and a half to make a little omelet. I do it with the top on. I have a whole nother YouTube video on how to do that and a bunch of recipes to go with it. And then the other guy that I love is our pancake shaker bottle. So I love that I can make either 12 or 6 pancakes at a time. I don't need a bowl, a spoon, a measuring cup, a whisk, nothing. I just follow the directions here on the side. It does come with instructions, so you know what those pictures are. I just shake it up, and then I'm gonna pour it on my skillet when I'm ready to cook. I have a video on this one too, so you can check that out and see if you need a pancake blender bottle in your life. I've also used it to scramble, you know, a half dozen eggs, make a protein shake in there, all sorts of fun stuff. So it's not just for pancakes, because it does have your measuring on the side there too. All right, I can start to hear our shrimp cooking. Our broccoli is definitely steaming, and we got our garlic going in there, so that looks yummy. In about a minute or two, once the smell reaches the upstairs, you're gonna see children show up. So we're gonna allow that to sit there for a minute, and I wanna show you guys another tool. All right, so let's come back over here. And I'm gonna angle you so that you can see this side of the counter maybe. And we're gonna move this out of our way. All right, now I'm gonna show you one of our new tools using these little guys right here. So let me grab it out of the refrigerator. I'm sorry, the freezer. This is our quixicle maker. Okay, so if you need a fast and easy dessert, or maybe you just have a hankering for something a little sweet, this is an awesome tool to use. So you see there's 3 wells in here. So you take the sticks and you put them down in the wells. All right, and then we're gonna pour some stuff in there. So what we have in our kitchen is some grape juice. All right, so we're just gonna use some grape juice. Hey, Drew. All right, and I'm gonna put I'm gonna fill it about halfway. I'm kind of just gauging it for eyesight. All right, so we're gonna do it about halfway, and I'm gonna let it sit for a couple minutes. And what that's doing is, without even putting it in the freezer, it is freezing right now, and it's making popsicles right now, right in here. So I've got a whole recipe book of different ideas you can do with this. Chocolate milk and Nutella. You could use like your smoothie mixtures and put them in here. You could, can you go to the garage and get me the OJ? All right, and so we're gonna just let that sit for a minute. So let's go back over to the stovetop and see what's going on there. Oh yeah, look. So our garlic is simmering in the butter with the shrimp. Give it a little flavor. And see, this shrimp is already cooked. Remember I told you I took the easy way out tonight. All right, and so it's just cooking in that for right now. Very yummy. All right, and then let's check on our broccoli. So I just have to lift the lid and put it over here. Oh, I missed. All right, and our broccoli is looking pretty good. Nice and steamy. I don't want it too steamed because I'm gonna add it to the next dish. So I've got 2 of my Baywatch babes out in case you're wondering. I've got 1 for broccoli and 1 for shrimp, even though it's all going in the same pot in a minute. All right, so the boy brought me some orange juice so that we can do the next step of our quixicle maker. All right, so let's angle you guys back over a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna take remember I did grape juice to start, and then I'm gonna do our orange juice next. Using a little jar opener here. Oh, I think I got the wrong one. There we go. All right, so I got my OJ, and then I'm gonna finish filling it up. Now, there is a line that says the fill line, so you wanna be very careful. And please don't do like one of my friends did today and tried to stick their tongue on this and get the remaining juice that was left over. And I should be using the little accessory tool because I am making a big mess. All right, the little accessory tool, which I'll get over in see, this is already frozen right there because now I can't get that little bit off. Okay, so I filled each one. I did the grape juice first and the orange juice. My kids love the combination of these 2 juices together. All right, so let's go back over to the stove. All right, so you guys can see what's going on. All right, that shrimp smells really good. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn my burner down. My broccoli is good to go. It's nice and steamed and ready. what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of the water that is in this pot. All right, I'm gonna put this right here. I'm gonna add our zucchini. All right, so there is our zucchini that we spiralized. All right, so I put all the flavors together. So that was like, I'm sorry, all of our shapes. So I've got the ribbon ones, the spaghetti ones, and the fettuccine ones all in there. And I'm making it really easy. We're using jars. All right, and then I'm just going to pour that in there. All right, and then that's gonna cook with the zucchini for a minute. All right, and then, because it doesn't take long for the zucchini to soften up once it's in here in the Alfredo sauce. Oh, it smells so good. I don't know what smells better. The broccoli, the shrimp, garlic, or the pasta that's cooking. All right, so here, look. So we've got our shrimp. That's nice and got some garlic flavor on it. Look at all that, yummy. All right, so I'm gonna be able to take this, and I'm gonna turn my burner off here, and I'm gonna add this in. So the end result will be, sorry about that, will be our grilled shrimp, our sauteed shrimp, our zoodles in Alfredo sauce. And then we're gonna add our steamed broccoli. I'm gonna mix them all together as a one pot, like one dish, okay? We're not serving this separate, we're mixing it all together. All right, and then, let's see, we gotta give our popsicles just another minute. I'll let you guys look at those for a second. All right, so that you can see them come out in just a minute. All right, because I think we're getting close to our in time with our live video. I said that I would make it 30 minutes. All right, so that needs to sit for another minute. And then let's go ahead and add everything together while we let those sit. All right, so bring you guys over on this side. Now let's just say that my broccoli, my pieces were a little too big and I wanted to chop them. I'm just gonna grab my salad choppers because I love these. And I'm just gonna salad chop my broccoli a little bit. I'm just being gentle because I don't wanna accidentally grab the bottom of my steamer. All right, so there's my broccoli. I'm gonna dump that in. All right, let you guys look at that. All right, and then I'm gonna add our shrimp. All right, so there is our sauteed shrimp with our garlic and a little bit of rub on there. All right, so there is our finished product. Broccoli, shrimp, zucchini Alfredo. Super easy for a quick dinner. Even though my children have already eaten, I'm sure they're gonna come down and want to have some more. Okay, now if you like it more saucy, add another jar of sauce. All right, tonight we're going light on the sauce, and so I'm just gonna do it like that. And if you wanted to, you can take your salad choppers and, you know, cut it up a little bit more. So you want your shrimp to go further and you want to cut it into a few pieces. That's always something that you can do. And it's okay that we're using metal in this pot because with the new cookware, you can use that. All right. All right, so that's fun. I'm gonna turn that temperature down just a minute. And let's cover the lid for a second. And then let's go over here. All right, so I wasn't watching the time here on our popsicles, but I want to see if they're ready so that you guys can see the result. Let's see. Let's try this one. So you put the key on and you twist it, and then you twist it until it kind of, you feel a release. All right, did I feel it? It may not be done yet. Oh, look at that. So there is, you guys, can you guys see the flavor? See how I did the juice and then it started to mix a little bit and then the orange juice finished up there. So you have all sorts of fun things you can do with this. So what I end up doing is, I'm gonna set this right here, is I use one of our leak-proof containers that we have in the catalog. This is our leak-proof, our largest leak-proof, and I just store them in here and put them in the fridge for when everybody's ready to have a snack. So I hope you guys have enjoyed our quick little live demonstration tonight of our shrimp Alfredo broccoli zucchini pasta and our cranberry orange quicksicles. So I'll go back through and answer some questions that you guys have on here. Make sure you share this post on your own news feed. That way you can save it, and then you also can, your friends can catch the replay. So I appreciate you guys being here, and don't forget to become a member of my private group, also by the same name, Foreman's Foodies, and then you can get up some more recipes, tips, and fun stuff. All right, bye guys, thanks.